Hari Om, everybody. It's 10 o'clock. Welcome back. Let's get started. Om. 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 Ganana Antva Ganapatigum Havamahe Kavim Kavinamupamashravastamam Jeshtarajam Brahmanam Brahmanaspatan Shrunvannutibhisri Dasadanam Prano Devi Saraswati Vajebirvajinivati Dhinama Vityavat Om Ganeshaya Namaha Om Saraswatyai Namaha Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha Shuklam Varadaram Vishnum Shashivarnam Chaturbhujam Prasanna Dhyayet Sarva Vignopashantaye Vagishadya Sumanasaha Sarvartanam Yam Natva Kritakritya Syuhu Tam Namami Gajananam Vakratunda Mahakaya Koti Surya Samaprabha Nirvignam Kurume Deva Sarvakaryeshu Sarvada Saraswati Namastubhyam Varade Kamarupini Vidyarambam Karishyami Siddhir Bhavatu Me Sada Om Sahana Bhavatu Sahanau Bhunaktu Sahaviryam Karavavahai Tejasvinavaditamastu ma vidvishavahai Om Shanti 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 Sadashivasamarambham Shankaracharya Madhyamam Asmadacharya Paryantam Vande Guru Paramparam Brahmanandam Paramasukadam Kevalam Jnanamurtim Dvandvatitam Gaganasadrisham Tattvamasyadilaksham Ekam Nityam Vimalamachalam Sarvadhi Sakshi Bhutam Bhavatitam Triguణarahitam Sadgurum Tam Namami Shruti Smriti Purananam Alayam Karunalayam Namami Bhagavat Pada Shankaram Loka Shankaram Shankaram Shankaracharya Keshavam Badarayanam Sutra Bhashya Kritau Vande Bhagavantau Punah Punah Ishvaro Gururatmeti Murti Bheda Vibhagine Vyomavat Vyapta Dehaya Dakshina Murtaye Namaha Gurur Brahma Gurur Vishnu Gurur Devo Maheshwaraha Guru Sakshat Param Brahma Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Samasta Jana Kalyane Niratam Karunamayam Namami Chinmayam Devam Sadgurum Brahma Vidvaram Yasya Sannidhi Matrena Sarve Shishyascha Sevakaha Karma Kshetre Pravartante Chinmayam Tam Namamyaham Chinmayam Tam Namamyaham. Welcome back, Hari Om, everybody. Welcome back to our weekly Vedanta classes. As you all know, yesterday was Mahashivaratri. I have already mentioned all of this in our earlier Vedanta classes, but there are a lot of newcomers, so I would like to recap the symbolism and meaning of Shivaratri. Just like any other deity, Lord Shiva as well as any other form of gods and goddesses in Hinduism, Lord Shiva as the absolute reality. He is of the nature of formless, nameless, attributeless reality. All the deities have four aspects. In this absolute form, he is the attributeless reality. In his cosmic form, Lord Shiva is represented as the destroyer of the world, Brahmaji being the creator, Vishnu being the sustainer, and Shiva being the constructive destroyer of the world, playing his Tandava drum, Damaru, and dancing in a circle of flames as depicted here. And Lord Shiva is most often depicted as a Guru avatar, as Sri Dakshinamurti. Bhagavan Adi Shankaracharya ji is believed to be a reincarnation of Lord Shiva himself. And the fourth aspect of Lord Shiva is the Ishtarupa, Ishtadevata, Ishtarupa, the form chosen by the devotee of his or her favorite for personal worship. In this aspect, Lord Shiva is depicted as Shiva sitting for meditation with divine river Ganga representing the knowledge flowing from his head. Gangaji stands for knowledge. She is Gnana Ganga. It also means that with knowledge, you keep your head cool. Meaning, Lord Shiva, if you notice the picture, is Dvandva Atita, beyond the pairs of opposite. There is a crescent moon. Hope you can see that in the picture. And then there is poison. Moonlight is a symbol of life. When they fall on earth, Mother Earth, they nourish the vegetable kingdom, thus providing life. And poison symbolizes death. In our life, what Lord Shiva is depicting is we should be able to bear the pairs of opposites, dvandvas. We went through that in detail. There is creation, there is destruction on the other end. There is joy, there is sorrow. Sukha, dukkha. There is heat, there is cold. Shita, ushna. Success and failure, honor, dishonor, mana, apamana, etc. Notice that the crescent moon is a little crooked there. So we should overlook these type of people, and even while worshipping Lord Shiva. He is known as the blue-necked one, Neelakantha. See, when Samudra Mathana happened, when Hala Visha came, Lord Shiva drank that poison. He came to be known as Neelakantha, because a lot of times we cannot swallow the poison. Bitterness between head and the heart is what that is depicting. He did not notice, he did not become bitter himself, nor he did not spit out the poison either, meaning no negativities. He turned instead this into an ornamentation. That's why he came to be known as Neelakantha. And the snake on his neck stands for time. Snake also represents his fearlessness. Snake also tells us that he is Kala Atita. He is beyond time. Snake represents our mind. What our mind does, it spits out poison. It spits out negative thoughts. Yet, if you notice Shiva, he is perfectly in control. No agitation to himself and none to others whatsoever. The vibhuti, or the ashes that he wears, bhasma, is a reminder to all of us that one day we end up in smoke, ashes. Without Shiva, the life principle, the body, in the body, it is Shava, dead body. He is Trilochana, meaning he is the three-eyed one. The two eyes of Lord Shiva represent love and justice. The third eye, Jnana Chakshu, is the eye of wisdom. So the Sandhi Kala, we stay awake until midnight on Shivaratri. That signifies that we need to awaken out of ignorance, out of darkness. Then there is Shivalinga. Shivalinga represents infinite geometric possibilities with no beginning and no end. Adi is beginning, Anta is end. He is Ananta, no beginning, no end. With that, we will chant Vishwanatha Ashtakam. Akhil, if you can unmute yourself. Gangatharangaramaniya Jatakalapam Gauri Nirantara Vibhushita Vamabhagam
Gauri Nirantara Vibhushita Vamabhagam
Narayana Priyamanangamadapaharam
Narayanam Priyamanangamadapaharam
Varanasi Purapatim Bhaja Vishwanatham
Varanasi Purapatim Bhaja Vishwanatham
Vachamagocharamaneka gunaswarupam
Vachamagocharamaneka gunaswarupam
Vagisha Vishnu Surasevita Padapitam
Vagisha Vishnu Surasevita Padapitam
Vamena Vigrahavarena Kalatravantam
Vamena Vigrahavarena Kalatravantam
वाराणसी पुरपतिं भज विश्वनाथम्
वाराणसी पुरपतिं भज विश्वनाथम्
भूतादिपं भुजगभूषणभूषिताङ्गम्
आधिपं भुजगं क्षणभूषिताङ्गम्
व्याघ्राजिनाम्बरधरं जटिलं त्रिनेत्रम्
व्याघ्राजिनाम्बरधरं जटिलं त्रिनेत्रम्
पाशाङ्कुशाभयवरप्रदशूलपाणिम्
पाशाङ्कुशाभयवरप्रदशूलपाणिम्
वाराणसीपुरपतिं भज विश्वनाथम्
वाराणसीपुरपतिं भज विश्वनाथम्
शीतांशुशोभितकिरीटविराजमानम्
शीतांशुशोभितकिरीटविराजमानम्
Everybody can be chanting on mute. I've sent the entire script. Balekshanatalvishoshitapanchabhanam.
आलेक्षणानन्दविशोषितम्
Balekshanabanam. Nagadiparachitabhasurakarnapuram.
नागाधिपारचितभासुरकर्णपुरम्
वाराणसीपुरपतिं भज विश्वनाथम्
वाराणसीपुरपतिं भज विश्वनाथम्
पञ्चाननं दुरितमत्थमतङ्गजानाम्
पञ्चाननं दुरितमत्तमदङ्गजानाम्
नागान्तकं धनुजपुङ्गवपन्नगानाम्
नागान्तकं दञ्जपुङ्गवपन्नगानाम्
दावालनं मरणशोकजराटवीनाम्
दावानलं मरणशोकजराटवीना
वाराणसीपुरपतिं भज विश्वनाथम्
वाराणसीपुरपतिं भज विश्वनाथम्
तेजोमयं सगुणनिर्गुणमद्वितीयम्
तेजोमयं सगुणनिर्गुणमद्वितीयम्
आनन्दकन्दमपराजितमप्रमेयम्
आनन्दकन्दमपराजितमप्रमेयम्
नागात्मकं सकलनिष्कलमात्मरूपम्
नागात्मकं सकलनिष्कलमात्मरूपम्
वाराणसीपुरपतिं भज विश्वनाथम्
वाराणसीपुरपतिं भज विश्वनाथम्
आशां विहाय परिहृत्य परस्य निन्दाम्
आशां विहाय परिहृत्य परस्य निन्दाम्
पापेरतिं च सुनिवार्य मनः समाधौ
पापेरतिं च सुनिवार्य मनः समाधौ
आधाय हृत्कमलमध्यगतं परेशम्
आदाय विहाय चित्रमलमध्यगतं परेशम्
वाराणसीपुरपतिं भज विश्वनाथम्
वाराणसीपुरपतिं भज विश्वनाथम्
रागादिदोषरहितं स्वजनानुरागम्
रागादिदोषरहितं स्वजनानुरागम्
वैराग्यशान्तिनिलयं गिरिजासहायम्
वैराग्यशान्तिनिलयं गिरिजासहायम्
माधुर्यधैर्यसुभगं गरलाभिरामम्
माधुर्यधैर्यसुभगं करलाभिरामम्
वाराणसीपुरपतिं भज विश्वनाथम्
वाराणसीपुरपतिं भज विश्वनाथम्
वाराणसीपुरपतिं भज विश्वनाथम्. Thank you, Akhil. Vishwanatha Ashtakamidam Punyam Yah Patet Shiva Sannidhau Shivalokam Shivena Sahamodate. Now, continuing on our meditation theme that we've been doing, let us start our PRATAH SMARANA STOTRAM that we've been chanting for a while now. So I hope you have the tune mastered by now. I was asked to explain the meaning of that. PRATAH SMARANA STOTRAM. A morning prayer composed by Bhagavan Adi Shankaracharya ji. See, now that we have studied a few Vedantic texts, we have understood that Atma Gnanam alone is moksha sadhanam. Liberation from this samsara is possible only through self-knowledge. Primarily through Shravanam. So then to remove my doubts and to align my thinking in line with the Shastras, I do reflection, mananam. But the dukkha nivritti, removal of sorrow from my life, has not happened because of viparita bhavana, erroneous notion about myself. So I have to do nididhyasanam, Vedanta chintanam, a call to the mind to contemplate on that Atma Tattva. So when first thing in the morning, before I get into my transactions, vyavahara, PRATAH SMARANAM. As you know, there are only 3 stanzas. We do karma at 3 levels. One is kayika karma at the body level, vachika karma at the speech level, manasika karma at the mental level. Before I engage with the world, with my first thoughts, words, actions, before I begin my transactions with the outer world, I dedicate, I divinize my actions, my emotions, because my first thoughts, my first words, actions all have a great influence throughout my day. Dawn, at dawn, pratah kala, signifies that sandhi kala, because the night has not ended and the morning has not yet begun. It is an outer symbol of my inner awakening. I hope you caught that. See, Shankaracharya ji gives this entire essence of Vedanta in these 3 verses. In the first stage of sadhana, a seeker like you and I strive to acquire spiritual qualifications. Sadhana chatushtaya sampatti. In the second stage of sadhana, he hears about Atma through Shravanam, Atma Vichara, Mahavakya Shravanam. And the third stage is pursuing that oneness. Aikya. See, there are many doctors in our class. See how they prescribe these medications. They say 1 tablet twice a day. Like that, this one also, our Acharya has prescribed for what? For our chronic disease of ignorance. To remind myself who I am many times a day. Not just once a day, many times a day, throughout the day. So we start in the morning. Pratasmarami hrudisam spuradatmatattvam. Pratasmarami hrudisam spuradatmatattvam. Satchit sukham paramaham sagatim turiyam. Satchit sukham paramahamsa gatim turiyam. Yat swapna jagara sushuptamavaiti nityam. Yat swapna jagara sushuptamavaiti nityam. Tad brahma nishkalamaham nacha bhuta sanghaha. Pratasmarami. I remember in the morning. What do I remind myself? What do I remember? That Atma Tattvam. That self-knowledge, that ultimate reality. Where is it? Hrudi sam spurat. Hrudi, hrit means that spiritual heart. When you study Bhagavan Shankaracharya ji's literary works, he clearly indicates the heart is buddhi. Buddhyau guhayam, he says. In the cave of your heart. See, we have our gross body, stula sharira, with lot of apertures, holes. The golaka for the eyes, for example. And the subtle body, the sukshma sharira, expresses itself through the gross body. We are very clear on that. Same way, the heart, not the brain. That's why when somebody is brain dead, the heart is still pumping its blood. The antakarana expresses in the heart. We saw this in the Upadesha Sara. Krutstale manaha. So that Atma Tattva Hrudi Samspurati, that reveals itself in that intellect. That is why even when we do Gayatri Mantra Upasana, Om Bhurbhuvasuvaha Tatsaviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo yo na prachodayat. Dhiyo yo na prachodayat. Let that intellect shine with that Atma Tattva. So that I pratasmarami. I remember that. What is its nature? Sat Chit Sukham. Sat Chit Sukham Paramaham Sagatim Turiyam. That ultimate reality is Sat Chit Ananda Swarupa. Existence, consciousness, bliss. Sukha Swarupa. Pratasmarami Hrudisam Spuradatma Tattvam. I remember that Tattva in the morning. See, this is Vedanta Chintanam. Paramahamsa Gatim Turiyam. Paramahamsa Gatim. Hamsa is that white swan. This bird is believed to be bestowed with the Viveka Shakti to discriminate between milk and water. That is why you see many white swan being depicted with many religious institutions, like, for example, our Ramakrishna Mission, etc. So here, what do I need to do? Nitya Anitya Viveka. To discriminate what is real, what is unreal. Turiyam literally means four. Paramahamsa Gatim means sannyasa. Main job of sannyasa, the purpose of this Paramahamsa Padavi. A lot of people misunderstand Turiya is not the fourth state. Like Jagrat, Swapna, Sushupti are states of Ahankara. But Atma is Nitya, present in all states. Nityam Avaiti. It illumines all three states. Tat Brahma, that Brahma, Aham. That Sakshi, that infinite, Nishkalam, faultless, Purnam, whole. See, everything else is made up of parts, an assembly. That is why he says, Nacha Bhuta Sangha. I am not an assembly of the Pancha Mahabhutas. We know from our basic study of Vedanta, the Stula, Sukshma, Karana, Sharira, gross, subtle, and causal body are all assembly of Pancha Mahabhutas. I am none of these. Pratasmarami Rudi Samspuradatmatattvam Satchit Sukham Paramaham Sagatim Turiyam Yat Swapna Jagara Sushuptamavaiti Nityam Tad Brahma Nishkalamaham Nacha Bhuta Sangha. Just to summarize, so at dawn, I remember that reality, that true nature, that Atma Tattva shining brilliantly in my own heart, that existence, that consciousness, that Sukha Swarupa, that absolute happiness, that which is the goal of Paramahamsa, that sannyasins and sages they strive for, that fourth, that which always knows the states of waking, dream, and deep sleep states, that Brahman, which has no association with the great five elements, that which is spotless, that I am. Moving on. Pratarbhajami manasa vachasamagамyam. Pratarbhajami manasa vachasamagамyam. Vacho vibhanti nikhila yadanugrahena. Vacho vibhanti nikhila yadanugrahena. Yanneti neti vachanair nigama avochuhu. Tam deva deva majamachyuta mahuragyam. Pratar bhajami. Again, the same way. See, unlike Saguna Sakara Dhyana, here Smarami, Bhajami, Namami all indicates the object of meditation. Atma Rupena Samstita. That Atma Tattva. Manasa Vachasam Agamyam. That reality which is beyond my mind, that which is beyond my speech. Meaning, see, with any other object, how do we know? Through Shabda, through Pramana, Shabda Pramana. My mind goes through the organs of perception. perceives the object. But here, yadanugrahena, yat anugrahena, because of its presence, because of that Atma Chaitanya, that ears are able to hear. The other objects are vibhanti, or illumined, or known. Yanneti neti vachanair nigama avochuhu. Nigama, how the Vedas reveal, this cannot be perceived by the senses. Vachama gochara. That the words cannot describe. See, two methods we have learned so far. One is atad vyavritti rupena yan neti neti. Not this, not this. Sakshat vidhi mukena. By assertion, by direct pointers, by swarupa lakshana, that the Vedas and the Upanishads speak of this Paramartha Tattva. Deva Devam is the God of all gods. That Shrotrasya Shrotru, that ear of ear, because of which ears are able to hear, that eyes are able to see, that tongue is able to speak. The Upanishadic methodology is yan neti neti, neti neti approach. That methodology of negation, that alone, when we negate, which remains. That sakshi, which remains. That which illumines the presence and absence of everything. That which cannot be negated. Abadityatvam satyatvam. That agryam. That which is the foremost. That primordial. That adi purusha. Ajam. These are direct pointers. That unborn. Achyutam. That which never decays. Meaning, that which is the primordial cause of everything, through which the effects are negated, that very subject, that I am. Pratarbhajami manasa vachasamagamyam vacho vibhanti nikila yadanugrahena yanneti neti vachanai nigama avochuhu tam deva deva majamachyuta mahuragyam. So at dawn, I prostrate to that which is unattainable by my mind, by my speech, and only by the grace of which all words shine, all objects are known, that which the scriptures point to me, not this, not this. The God of all gods, the unborn, unchanging reality, that I meditate upon. Pratardamami tamasah paramarkavarnam pratarnamami tamasah paramarkavarnam purnam sanatanapadam purushottamākhyam purnam sanatanapadam purushottamākhyam yasminnidam jagadasheshamasheshamurtau yasminnidam jagadasheshamasheshamurtau rajvam bhujangamayiva pratibhasitam vai rajvam bhujangamayiva pratibhasitam vai pratarnamami. I do namaskara to that Atma Tattva, that tamasaha, that is beyond darkness, that which is beyond my ignorance, meaning that absolute knowledge. Paramarkavarnam, that which is shining like the sun. Purnam, that which is infinite. Our Puja Guruji jokingly used to say, Purnam is like the opposite of Churnam. Churnam is like the little particles, that you put it in your mouth. Purnam is full. Purushottamakyam, Uttama Purusha. This reference comes in the 15th chapter Bhagavad Gita. Uttama Purushastvanyah Paramatmetyudhahritaha Yo Lokatrayamavishya Bibartyavyaya Ishvaraha. And in the language of Upadesha Sara, Isha Jiva Yor Veshadhi Bida Satsvabhavato Vastu Kevalam. Only costumes are different. The essential nature is the same. Yasminnidam jagadasheshamasheshamurtau rajvam bhujangamayiva pratibhasitam vai. This entire universe that appears just like a snake on that rope. The snake has no independent existence. Without the substratum of the rope, same way, this Jagat has no independent existence. See, just like all my problems, the nightmare I was having in my dream, all ends the moment I wake up. As soon as the knowledge dawns on me, just like when I shed the light on that rope, the snake disappears. Rajvam bhujangamayiva pratibhasitam vai. Pratardamami tamasah paramarkavarnam Purnam Sanatanapadam Purushottamakhyam Yasminnidam Jagadasheshamasheshamurtau Rajvam Bhujangamayiva Pratibhasitam vai. So at dawn, I bow down to that highest self, that highest truth, which is beyond darkness, that which shines like the bright sun, that which is ancient, Sanatana Padam. That Brahman, on which the whole world manifests or appears just like the snake appears on a rope. Shlokatrayamidam punyam lokatraya vibhushanam pratah kale patedyastu sagachet paramam padam. This is the Palastuti of this Vedantic prayer. The one who recites will gain that ultimate reality. Om Sarve Bhavantu Sukhinah Sarve Santu Niramayah Sarve Bhadrani Pashyantu Ma Kaschid Dukkha Bhag Bhavet. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om Asatoma Sadgamaya Tamasoma Jyotirgamaya Mrityorma Amritam Gamaya. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om. That's it. May all be happy. May all be healthy. May all see auspiciousness. May none suffer. Om peace, peace, peace. With that, I'll open it up for our collaboration session.